Alright, I don't know about y'all, man, but last night was a ugly night for boxing, man. It was bad for boxing. I don't understand why we can't get one night where things go the way they're supposed to. I mean, why can't we get a pay-per-view where we have good undercard fights and a main event ends in a natural conclusion, not a DQ or a no contest or a phantom knockout, but ends in a natural conclusion. That's not a lot to ask for. I mean, that's all I want. If it weren't for the undercard fights, last night would have been a disaster. I mean, Hope Garcia, good fight. I don't think Hope lost by all the rounds that on that one card. I thought he won more than 2 rounds, but it was a good fight. Garcia surprised me. I didn't think he had enough experience to beat Hope, but he showed his skills, and he just looked like he wanted it more. The fight of the night, Linares and DeMarco, was one of them classic fights where one guy starts off dominating, landing at will, and then the other guy starts to catch up or adjust to the speed, and the fight just slowly started turning, and the guy that was dominating the first few rounds ended up getting stopped. I love fights like that. That's why I watch Cotto Margarito to this day. But, both fighters look good. DeMarco was, he was a step behind because he's naturally slower, than Linares. But he just kept coming. He didn't get discouraged. He got used to the speed, adjusted, and ended up stopping him. Only thing I didn't like is how HBO's crew was just going on and on and on about Linares. I mean, about his speed and his boxing skills and his footwork and the wild card gym and Freddie Roach, just on and on and on. I was like, man, they acting like this dude is Sugar Ray Robinson. I mean, yes, he's a good little fighter. I had read about him. I'd never seen him fight, but, he impressed me. But come on, man. I mean, they just got carried away, and Jim Lampley and Max Kellerman, they got a bad habit of doing that, man. But other than that, my heads go off to all the undercard fighters. They saved the night because the last fight, the main event, was a disaster. I mean, there's not really a lot to talk about because the first 2 rounds were just fill-out rounds. I mean, I remember when the first round ended, I said, man, I'm so glad I did not get this fight because it's going to be a tactical, boring fight. Because B-Hop is doing what he does. A lot of lateral movement, staying away, right-hand lead, clinching. And Dawson was staying, laying back. He was trying to cut off the ring. But, he didn't really land a lot of shots. He had a couple quick combinations, landed 2 or 3 punches. He looked bigger. He looked fast. And Bernard was looking kind of slow, by the way. I mean, he looked slow. Maybe it's just because it was the starting of the fight and he hadn't got warmed up. And he was looking slow. So the end of the second round, Bernard comes in with his patented right-hand lead, and, Chad squatted like he usually does, and Bernard started pushing down on his neck and back because he had done it early in the round and knocked Chad down or pushed him down. So Chad, out of frustration, I guess, just did just like Claudia did Cotto. He leaned up and just tried to throw him off, just like I've seen fighters do a bunch of times, I've seen it so many times, but I've never seen anybody hurt like that. Because I watch MMA fights and guys that get thrown down like that all the time. I don't know, maybe they train for it. But anyway, Hopkins kind of goes in the air, he goes back, he falls on his elbow and shoulder area, and he starts grimacing. And the first thing I thought was, man, he's not getting up. He in his mind, he thinking, Chad gonna get the DQ because it's a foul, and if I can't continue, it's an early, quick night. I'm not gonna be hard on him like the other fans, because I was hard on Kermit Cintron like that, because I literally thought he jumped out the ring and didn't want to continue. He was in pain. He seemed to be in pain. But I've seen Bernard exaggerate to get points or buy some time a bunch of times. So I just thought that, yeah, he might be in pain, but I felt like he could continue. But he told the ref that he couldn't use his arm, and they're not gonna let him keep going like that. So it was a DQ. It is what it is. I mean, it was a Chad by TKO. It is what it is. I disagree with that. I thought it should have been a no contest. I have no doubt in my mind that this fight is going to be overturned to a no contest because he was hurt because of a non-boxing move, not a punch. I just can't see it being a TKO. I can't see it. Was he hurt? I don't know. Is he faking? I don't know. It is what it is. A lot of fans think he bitched out. One thing I disagree with, some fans thinking that because Chad was too quick, too fast, too strong, he knew he was going to lose, so he didn't want to get up and bitched out. I just don't agree with that. I mean, yeah, he might have bitched out, but it's not because he thought that, Chad's too fast, too quick. Nothing really happened. Come on. There was not enough that happened in those 5.5 minutes. Because you could look at the fight before then, and if the same thing would have happened, you would have said, man, DeMarco didn't want to continue because Linares was too fast, too quick. He was confused. But guess what? Linares ended up losing. I couldn't look at that fight. Only thing I could think was this is going to be a boring, tactical fight, and a rough fight. I couldn't look at it and just definitively say anyone was going to dominate. It just was not enough there. I mean, nothing significant happened. Chad landed a few punches. Bernard landed a couple. I mean, so it was just an ugly night of boxing. It is what it is. I don't know, man. That's about it.